You found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Welcome into Box Office Quarterbacks. Been a while since me and Gerald have been on an episode together, but today, Gerald, we are going to talk about Creature Commandos, the new DC show on Max. This is the first foray or soft launch into the new DCU that James Gunn is heading up, and it is very much like every James Gunn project you have seen ever, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's basically every one of James Gunn's projects mashed into one. Um, it has every marketing point of them, from the intros of each character and their quick background or their quick little who they are, to the intro of the team. That's the first time when they land at their mission, with it being what is it, an '80s rock song. Um,
Mhm.
the amount of '80s and '90s pop culture jokes. I mean, it's great in the sense of that, but it's also, I won't get more into it. But my first impression was like, I've seen this at least once.
Yes. It is very much Guardians of the Galaxy and the new Suicide Squad movie mashed into one, like Gerald said. You get basically a new Task Force X, only this is called Task Force M, and it's Rick Flag Sr. this time, who is the dad of the Rick Flag that we did get to know in the two Suicide Squad movies before, played by Joel Kinnaman. This Rick Flag is voiced by Frank Grillo. You've known him as Crossbones in the MCU. He's in the Purge movies. He's also going to play Rick Flag Sr. in Peacemaker Season 2 and Superman. So I do like that the voice actors here are going to play these characters in live action. I do, though, Gerald, think that this was an interesting choice as far as the first new DCU launch point.
Yeah,
Like, this is a very obscure team that I've never heard of.
and again, we're at a point where we're starting a new DCU, and we were wondering how they were going to do it, and we find out it's going to be this. It's like, okay, so the only mistake they're not repeating is it being a popular team. They're doing the obscure thing how Marvel did it the first time with picking Iron Man, a character who wasn't as popular as he was until Marvel came out with his movies. He wasn't that popular, and and so they wanted to do with the obscure thing this time around instead of doing the Justice League. But it's like you're still starting out with a team up with an existing universe, and I can see the story beats and where they're heading, and I can appreciate the story for what it is. James Gunn can write a damn good story. I do appreciate and love James Gunn. He where the story's going is going to be a good story, but at the same time, we've seen this before. It's nothing special, I'd go to in like the say even more than we've seen this before. Like the animation even matches 80% of American animes now, American animated projects, excuse me. But Invincible, Archer, X-Men '97, they all have that very similar look, and this one it matches it. Doesn't mean the animation's bad. It's good, but it still has that weird thing where I'm just like, why do these all look the same now?
Yeah, and like me and Gerald reviewed Blue Eye Samurai, which I think has some of the best animation you will ever
All
see.
right, that animation was great.
Like, there is ways to really elevate the genre here. This is
Yeah.
very flat looking sometimes.
At
Not
times,
quite on the like Batman Cape Crusader look, but
no,
it
no, no,
is.
nothing like that at all. Batman Cape Crusader was much worse. Like the writing is decent. There's some moments where I'm like, I'm kind of past the amount of jokes, James Gunn's type jokes that he can get into his movies. Like I don't need him in everything, you know. And there was a lot of them in this one. Um, it felt very James Gunn autographed on it. I mean, which is good in the story beats, but like I said, I'm getting a little tired of his joking.
I
His
mean,
jokes.
he even animated himself in the intro here. Like, this is, and he said in an interview he basically greenlit this show for himself, and he wrote it and he did everything. And I love Peacemaker. I thought Peacemaker was a great time. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. That, like, first Guardians movie is like a top 3 Marvel movie for me.
Hmm.
Uh, I am just kind of, I guess, burnt out on seeing a ragtag team of misfits come together and
Yo,
have to save somebody in a place far, far away.
bro,
How many
right?
times are we going to see it?
How much you want to bet the non-talking coyote that killed 27 children is going to end up giving up his life to save the team? How much you want to bet? Like $20?
Oh, the weasel.
The weasel, yeah, him. He's going
Yeah,
to 100% give up his life to save the team. He is Groot or Rocket, like a mix between the two.
yeah. Like I will say this, I think the bride character is very interesting. I
She's
do think
interesting.
she.
It's a good replacement for Harley Quinn. Like,
Yes, it is. It really is. I
because that's what
didn't
they
even
did.
see that until right now, but it really is Harley Quinn. Uh,
It's a different Harley Quinn. This show would have been really good to be released in October. This would have
yeah, I
been a
mean,
hell
you
of an
got
October release.
Frankenstein, you got the Bride of Frankenstein.
It's got a good amount of blood. Like I said, like the animation, even though like I'm stuck on the fact that I've seen this animation before and the story before. But the animation itself, I didn't think it was that flat. I thought there were like some of the blood scenes were really interesting. They were a lot, they went gruesome with a lot of like the intimate scenes and the gory scenes. Like, they were pretty good with it actually. And the action was still kind of there, but it's just like I've seen this animation style for so long now, and I'm just wondering when American studios are going to find another one, or if they're going to find another American studio, because it feels like they're all using the same studios.
yeah, like I think X-Men 97 looked better just because of the color palette they use. Like
The color
it
palette
is
was a little different there.
like it's vibrant. Like, and me and Gerald has gotten me to watch a lot of animes at this point in my life, more so than I
Well,
was ever expecting. But
to be fair, we've
uh,
been watching a good amount of superhero animations, and those are good too.
like
But they
Terminator, like
the Terminator was
whatever
good.
Netflix is doing, they are doing it
Whatever Netflix
well.
is doing. Netflix does
Whatever
it
they're
well
doing,
sometimes.
keep doing that. But yeah, I mean, I think this is like it's not a bad show. This is not a bad show. This is a fine show. It
It's
is
fine.
not anything spectacular.
Yeah, like I'll watch the whole season. I don't know that I'll watch it every week. Like if I have a day where I'm caught up on all my other shows, and I'm like, hey, I'm bored. I'm gonna watch TV. Uh, I'll see how many episodes I have to catch up, and that's probably when I'll binge most of this season.
Yeah,
And I'll probably end up liking it for the most part. The story beat will be fine because James Gunn is usually pretty damn good with stories. Um, so like I'm pretty sure that's fine. The characters will be fun. Um, I'm just wondering how much of this is going to remind us of the Suicide Squad slash Guardians for the next however many weeks it is. I think it's like what 6 7 weeks.
yeah, something like that. But the other thing about like reminding you what came before, there's like the issue of what's canon and what isn't in the DCU now.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So it seems like whatever James Gunn
Is going to figure
did
out the
in the
next.
old DCU is now canon. But Peacemaker is canon. There was the Justice League in that show at the end of Peacemaker season one. Then you got the Suicide Squad that features Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was in the first Suicide Squad movie where there is Ben Affleck's Batman. So we are kind of like playing fast and loose with what is like
Meanwhile, we have Robert
established.
Pattinson and the Penguin absolutely owning it in their own universe. I'm not going to lie.
Like I love that universe more than any other universe right now, like more than Marvel universe at this point. But I'm kind of happy that that's separate. Like I just don't think like the world of the Penguin and the Batman would work in whatever this is going to be. Like based on these two episodes, it would just be very very jarring to see
Mhm.
Robert Pattinson's Batman interact with Dr. Phosphorus or whoever this Ghost
Yeah,
Rider looking guy is.
yeah. How about we talk about things we do like with this because I think I've shit on it enough at this point. Um, my ranking's going to be lower, so we'll get to that. But the things I do like, real quick, were the voice acting. I'm fine. I like it. It's been good. What I really like the most about it, though, is the fact that these are going to be the same ones that do the real actors in real live action. And I actually like this as the start of a universe, especially with DC, because I think DC villains are super animated in general. The villains, especially. Um, So having a little introduction, getting people used to the idea of these characters actually fighting aliens or demons or ghosts or whatever it might be this time around, in a real life type of universe, I think that's a kind of a fun way to do it, and to bring them in that way, like I said, from being the animated voice actors and the live action voice actors at the same time. I think that's pretty cool. Um, and even though the animation style, like I said, is a little lame, that I feel like I've seen it 5 or 6 times already, it's still not bad. It's not. It doesn't bore me to death. But I think the story plots will be good. It's really just some of the jokes I'm kind of, and some of the trademark James Gunn stuff that's in there that some people love. For me, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a hot take, a little annoying.
Yeah. Like, I love monsters. Like, I love the old Universal monsters when I was younger. So, like, seeing a Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein here, and the fact that Frankenstein is played by David Harbour, I think is very intriguing. Like, that's a really great casting choice. And Frank Grillo is an actor who I always liked. I always thought that he would make like a good Punisher
Hmm.
if John Bernthal was never cast. And I think he might have been up, and internet tell me if I'm wrong, he might have been up for Batman in the original DCU before Ben Affleck got it. So, like, there's some strong choices here. Um, I'm definitely going to watch the rest of the season, and I'm sure when Rick Flag does show up in other shit, I'm going to be like, there's that guy. I know that guy
There's
because I
that
have watched
guy.
the established
There's
shows.
that
So
guy.
there
Funny.
he is.
Yeah. So what we going rankings now?
Yeah, we could go to rankings. I am going to give it a starter.
Okay.
I think it is not a perfect start. It's not a bad start. Right now it is right in the middle for me. I need to see more. I need to see the entire season to really see how this new DCU is going to stick with me.
Okay. Right now, right now I'm benching it because I know we'll talk about it again when the season's over, and I want to revisit it because I don't see this one being a good play right now. It feels like I'm gonna watch it, but it feels like I'm gonna be seeing something that I've seen 4 or 5 times already, and that's a little bit annoying. So if it ends up being that, it's gonna remain a bench. But if it ends up not being that, it could be better. Like I said, James Gunn usually can write a damn good story. So I'm putting a lot of faith in him to kind of develop a good one over the next several episodes. But as of right now, I mean, I wouldn't tell someone they have to watch it.
Yeah, I would say if you love DC and you're very excited about this new universe, then watch it. If you are like our friend Eric, keep on holding out for Superman because that's what he said he was going to do. So
Yes.
uh, keep on doing that. But yeah, anything else, Gerald, you want to add?
No, not right now.
All right. Well, this has been Box Office Quarterbacks. Jury's out if we're going to watch Craven, but we are going to watch Sonic 3, and that is coming out very, very soon. You
I'm
can
so not
stay
watching
tuned for
Craven.
that. If you guys
I
pay
thought
us, if
I
Sony
thought
pays
about
us,
it.
we'll go watch Craven.
No, I thought about it, and the fact that they put it for free online for like the first 8 minutes just amazed me so much that I was like, they're that desperate. They know it's that bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's no. I'm actually gonna boycott it by just not watching it. Like you tried so bad to get people to watch it, you gave out the first 8 minutes for free. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hold off
Yeah.
just to fuck with y'all.
Yeah. That is a Hail Mary at that point. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Have a good one. Have a good week.